Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Cell 14 podcast. This episode of the podcast is brought to you by Podcorn. Podcorn is a marketplace that connects podcasters to amazing podcast sponsorship opportunities, such as host-read ads, interview segments, topical discussions, and more.
Podcorn has been an exciting opportunity for us. It has allowed us to reach out to sponsors and get funding and expand our quality and content of our podcast. Our experience with Podcorn has been amazing. The website is very accessible and it makes it very easy for you to connect with any sponsors you like. All you need to do is create a free account, browse through the hundreds of great sponsors, submit a personalized ad to the sponsors, and get paid. With Podcorn, there is no middleman. Podcasters of all sizes can browse and choose opportunities right on the platform, set their own rates, and collaborate with brands directly without any exclusivities.
You never give up any rights to your podcast, and Podcorn is here to support you at every step and ensure you're protected and compensated for the work that you do for brands. If you want your podcast monetized, Podcorn is one of the easiest ways to do so. Click the link in the description to sign up to Podcorn and get started today. This is the 15th, or actually 16th episode.
Damn.
It's been
16, 32 weeks. Yeah, around
that's
that.
crazy.
Yeah.
Started in July.
We're close.
Yeah.
It's already
Almost
March, man.
1 year.
It's already March. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's
Thank you, everyone, actually, because we wouldn't be doing this if, no one watched it, of course.
Yeah, I mean, the support and everything is amazing.
No matter how small it is,
Yeah.
any support is already
Mhm.
it's good,
Yeah,
It's great, actually, because who would watch us two,
I know.
We're not
just
the most
started this,
we're not the most interesting people in the world, but we do have some personality, at least.
Yeah.
All right.
And so, first off, earlier we were talking about SpaceX.
SpaceX, yes. I know you love that Elon. You love all that stuff, man. I watched it yesterday. It was my first or second time, but it was their 50th rocket launch.
That's crazy.
And I think I've seen it before, but I would say it's my first time seeing one of their rockets launch up into space.
Yeah, like a live stream.
Yes, shoot out their second pod, right?
Mhm.
So it can go to space station, and then the other half goes right back down, lands perfectly. Yep.
So their boosters land back.
Yeah, and that's amazing because you can reuse essentially the parts. So
And a lot of people know that there's a lot of trash in space, right? And so that helps.
Again, yeah. Even regardless if space is quote unlimited,
Yeah.
Hey, we still got shit floating on Earth, falling down, every once in a while.
Yeah.
Like those Russian videos, oh shit, what is that?
It's just
this is space trash,
metal.
Yeah, but it was pretty cool. 50th launch, so they've done this 50 times successfully, which is
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it's successful, but
I don't think they've lost
I don't
casualties.
think so
anything like that.
Granted, there's no one on this the launch, but still,
Yeah.
pretty cool. I enjoyed it. I might get more interested into it. Granted, I'm not no space engineer and none of that bullshit.
Like a physics expert.
Yeah, screw that. I can't. I'm not smart enough. Let's just say that. But
yeah, but that's interesting though.
For sure, and it definitely.
Why they launched the rocket?
I think it's deliver supplies. I'm pretty sure because that's what the pod that extended out was.
Yeah,
I could be wrong because I was there for the launch.
Mm-hmm.
There's two ladies. They were talking if for all you Twitch watchers, Five Head, which Five Head meaning big brain, really smart, right? So they were really smart women, and they were just speaking a bunch of knowledge, and I was like, okay, me doing the live stream, I'm just like, okay. Launch the rocket already.
That's what everybody's there to see.
Yeah. I mean, cool. For those that who do want to know the stuff, watch the live stream because they always have it saved up on YouTube.
Yeah.
Right, and then they explain every single procedure, every single step before it launches, and I'm just like, that's a lot of stuff to take in. I'm just there for the rocket launch. So
and don't they show some numbers and stuff on the side that
Yeah, like they show like the altitude and like the speed.
Yeah.
And, I mean, that's pretty easy to understand, right? The
Mhm.
bigger the number,
Yeah, yeah.
the higher, the faster. But still, granted, is cool, you know.
Mhm. Yeah, that's good.
And then we also had a rocket launch in our school. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Well, he had his class canceled,
Uh-huh.
so he decided to come over, and our astronomy teacher decided to launch a rocket instead of like having class.
Yeah, it was actually like a SpaceX branded.
Yeah, it was
thing.
yeah. What a coincidence! It was a SpaceX model rocket, right?
Yeah.
She was supposed to go to a meeting, and then the coronavirus outbreak, which I do want to talk to you about that because
Yeah, I saw like an interesting
really,
Fox video.
yeah, really big topic going on right now, and
Yeah.
it's good that news is talking about this stuff, like bringing awareness, but at the same time, media is just like pushing it way too hard.
They're making it a bigger deal, I think, and it's trying to scare people a
Yeah,
little bit too much.
because the media love doing that. They make hella money doing that.
Yeah.
So, it is definitely a bad thing. I just don't think it's. Don't go to your local Costco and buy all the damn toilet paper. I don't think it's that fucking severe. But okay, so back to the SpaceX, right? So her conference got canceled, so she decides to launch a rocket, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then she's like, she hypes up the whole rocket thing. She's like, oh, you guys can even light it up yourself and launch your own rocket. You guys can even bring your own rockets, and like everyone can launch some. I don't think she said everyone, but
like some people
can launch
interested,
it, right?
Yeah.
You'll be in groups and stuff. And
So you
blah, blah,
expected.
blah. Yeah, you expected. All right, this woman has like 3 or 4 rockets for me. Turn up to the field. One rocket, dude. I'm just like,
First of all, like I went there too with you. Like my class canceled, and then so we met up together. Like the first thing I said is like only one. Like was there only one?
And I was like, dude, there can't be one. Even if she might launch it multiple times, right?
Yeah.
That's satisfaction to me. Still.
Yeah.
Because it's my first ever time launching a model rocket.
Mm-hmm.
Well, watching someone launch a model rocket, right? And then she's like, all right, we're done. Oh, worst part is the parachute didn't open.
Yeah, that was
the model rocket. She probably used it so many damn times. Like the model rocket didn't open.
So it went up basically, right? Like it was at an angle, and we were on this field, like big field, and there were buildings behind us.
And it went behind the building.
The rocket went behind the building.
Dude, like the worst part is the next day she was like, please send in your videos for extra credit, right? Mm-hmm. So we can convince like the school to do this more often, right? And she's talking about like how it's this cardboard and like you'll see it a mile away when it's falling. Mm-hmm. It won't hurt. She literally said it won't hurt if it hits you. And I'm just like, it's hundreds of feet in the air. It's probably falling, I don't know how fast, kilometers, whatever, miles per hour. It's enough to give you at least a small bump in your damn head. Yeah. Like, that's a lawsuit and a job loss right there. Are you stupid? Like, what? Like, that's a really dumb way to put it. Like, it's not going to hurt anyone. I think it has the potential to hurt someone. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's
we were on this green, like, it was a big field. Like, it's a big field, but
you never know.
They weren't like, it was like right near the sidewalk. Like, they didn't go like inside the field.
You just never know who's behind the building. You know, who's eating their lunch, and all of a sudden,
I know, they get
smacked right there. It could hit an eye. It could do it. Because it didn't open. So the pointy tip must have still been on there.
Yeah. Well, I saw it like it was like broken, like in the middle. Oh, okay. It was broken. Like I think it was trying to get the parachute out, but it got stuck, and then it just like fell. It didn't fall like downwards. It fell like on the side, like. But that's still what.
Yeah. Anyways, the summarized story. Overhyped.
Yeah.
Not wasting my time because I get to leave early. You know.
We played some pool.
Yeah, we played some pool. Dude, he was hitting shots.
Yeah, that was.
He was hitting angle shots, man, and that was crazy, man. Whatever.
We were like amateurs. And
dude, he was an amateur when I was playing against him. He's like a pro when I play against him. It's stupid. Yeah. Whatever. Okay, so SpaceX. Well, okay, so I want to talk about the coronavirus. Big deal right now. Mm-hmm. Very big deal. A lot of people getting fucked up. Mainly old people, but something that shouldn't be like you only like thought when you hear corona, like, oh, it's gonna only affect you if it's old,
Yep.
right? Or like it won't kill me if I'm younger, you know, because obviously it starts out like a common cold.
Yeah, that's the tricky part.
Yeah.
Like people, it's like a small symptoms like
Mhm.
cough and stuff that can lead up to bigger
And
things.
don't listen to us. We're not experts, by the way.
Yeah,
This is
we're
all
just-
like our opinions on like how people think
What
about certain outbreaks.
our knowledge on it
Yeah.
currently as of right now.
So obviously in the news, you've been hearing like Costco emptied out, Walmart emptied out, Target emptied out, people selling on eBay, Amazon, like double the price of like these fucking masks, right?
Yeah.
Hand sanitizer,
hand
toilet
sanitizer.
paper towels, whatever, anything
Crazy.
sanitary, right?
Mhm.
Me, if you overreact like that, either you're part of the conspiracy theories of like the bunker conspiracy,
Yeah.
like we're gonna buy a bunker just in case the fallout happens, you know, something stupid like that, like a nuke randomly drops on us. That's those people who do that, like
Mhm.
you're another type of crazy, right? And then there's always people who care, you know,
Yeah.
they care about like the future of the situation. And then there's always that one group where they profit off the situation,
Yeah.
which includes, of course, the media
Yeah. The media,
and
the stores,
and business people,
Yeah.
like us. Like I was talking to a banker because we went to go open an account
Mhm.
with my family, right? And then the banker guy was like, "Oh, someone showed me like an article where this guy sold like 2 hand sanitizer bottles for $100,
Damn.
and someone bought it apparently, right?"
Yeah.
I'm like, that sounds like a good business idea, you know? Go to Walmart or just put up a listing saying like, "Hey, this is gonna be $30."
Yeah.
And then if anyone's interested, they're gonna obviously buy it, and then have a 3-day shipping and handling, right?
Yeah.
And then wait 2 days and see if they cancel their order. And if they don't cancel it on that last day, you buy it cheap and then go ship it out. You know, that's my business. But I'm too lazy. I'm not too interested in the online marketing simply because it's a very, once you start it, it's not something you just leave it there and you wait. It's kind of like you got to micromanage it a little bit every day. So, yeah, not too interested in that. But 3 types of crazy, you know, ones who care, ones who love those conspiracy theories, you know,
There's
and
some
one who
crazy
wants this to profit off,
Yeah.
you know, chaos.
Mhm.
I don't know. What are your thoughts about this situation? Is it logical to buy out fucking stores? You know?
Like I saw this video on YouTube of like, you know, in LA they've had more cases.
Yeah, of
and
course.
like I think a person has died, or maybe even a few. I don't know.
I don't know the death toll, but it's
But like in LA specifically, there was like a Costco, and like I think it was during the weekday too.
Mhm.
There was like 3 hours, 3 hour before Costco opened, there was like a huge line
yeah.
outside Costco, and like Costco even said like those employees said that they never even get this kind of business even during like Black Friday deals or anything like that.
Dude, I made that
So-
joke because I was watching the news with my dad. I was like, "It's Black Friday, look,
Yeah,
everyone's
yeah.
lined up."
I know.
But it's
They just had like the like stacks of with pallets of like toilet paper and like all the paper products and water and everything just in 2 hours just sold out.
so dumb, dude.
And so
Like they make an edgy joke. They're gonna once the stores run out, they're gonna start stealing from homeless shelters, bro.
I know.
Just to add a little joke, dude. That's how crazy I believe people are.
I know.
They're
Like-
willing to. I bet you they're willing to rob other people.
They're willing to like not step outside of their house. Like
Yeah, exactly. And of course, many people are starting to get their jobs at
Yeah.
home because some of them have computer jobs and you know, it's very doable. But that's a good precaution. But I don't think it's like
Yeah. Even like
know.
airports.
the airports. I believe the airports. Like you buy a flight, like there's memes like, oh, we can go tour the world at this level, man. Cheap airfare, right?
cheap, bro.
But
At what
I
risk?
think, yeah, what risk? I think the airport thing is smart though.
Mhm.
Like canceling flights, closing ports. I think that's good for our country in particular.
Yeah.
But buying stuff, overbuying,
Mhm.
stupid.
Yeah, like they even in Italy, they stopped allowing fans to come into
that
soccer
Italy
events.
is
They got some big issues.
they're in the real state of emergency. Like,
Yeah.
that's bad.
Italy's small too. It's like a pretty small country. And
My teacher's from Italy.
yeah,
You never know. Dude, she's a smoker too. Like, I would have never guessed. Even through her voice is like really raspy. I would have never guessed she was a smoker.
how'd you find out then?
She literally called it. She said like, by the way, I smoke. I'm like, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. She gets a little angry during times in class because
That nicotine.
no, I don't think it's. I think it's because how teacher asks any questions and no one raises their hands, and the teacher's like, "Are you serious? No questions. I give you a whole week to do stuff, and seriously, no one had any questions about any of the materials."
Yeah.
They get pissed a little. I understand, but
She should have like the students in political science. They asked like
she should.
30 minutes of questions.
Yeah, dude. Our political science, I don't mind it, but off topic, it's okay. It's still current news, whatever.
Yeah.
Talking about political science, amazing transition. Biden is currently winning. Was not nomination or whatever.
Yeah, like the
primaries.
Primary, the like Super Tuesday was last week. A lot of people were voting, bro. Like
I sent by mail. I don't know about you, but
I sent it by mail too.
Okay.
But like over here, at the dorms, they had a voting station.
Nice.
And like at night, I think it was like 7
Was it
o'clock.
packed?
Yeah, there was a line like out the
Really?
door, probably like 50 people waiting to vote.
Wow, okay.
And it was at 7 at night, bro. I think I was gonna
50
close.
people isn't a lot of people, but yeah, it's pretty. That's cool. I wouldn't expect people to vote.
But I mean, over here in California, Bernie actually won.
Yeah.
But in total, I think Biden got the
like the overall
majority.
Yeah.
But is there like any more states? I think the rest of the states.
Dude, I don't know. Dude, there's always, again, with the mail thing. I'm not too into political stuff. Again, I just here and there, but I just know with the mail thing, it's at least 3 days.
Yeah.
Right. And I think it's been 3 days. So I haven't looked at the results yet.
Yeah, nothing really changed.
Yeah, I don't think anything changed. But if Biden wins the nomination, he loses the entire election, in my opinion. Simply because he is just too old and he's not composed enough to go against Donald Trump. Donald Trump isn't composed, right, either.
But like, he could flip it on you. Like if you like really call him out, he's gonna like call you names.
His jokes is enough, right?
Yeah.
Again, I love saying this to other people. Donald Trump is kind of a funny guy. Not gonna lie, like he says some fucked up, stupid things, but
and the media is like helping him basically.
Yeah,
by,
damn
like,
right, boy. Reporting every single joke he makes. Like the whole point, like some people might find his jokes funny simply because the media pointed it out.
I know
that he said this thing,
and
it really ruins the whole point of like, we're a democratic news station. Yeah, we report half the things is Trump. I get it, money, views, clicks, whatever.
But at the same time, you're helping
the enemy.
Yeah.
Dude, it's a shit show, man. I don't think Biden's gonna win.
Even if I don't think
even
Bernie.
If Bernie gets it on, I don't think he would win either. It's
just too much. Like
it's not fair.
Yeah.
Trump only has like a 49% approval rating, which isn't, I don't think it's good or bad because it's 50-50 and I don't really know the previous approval ratings. But
I think
I
Congress,
feel like he's a lot of
the Congress is like 3%, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what our teacher said or something.
Yeah.
Like I just know that Trump has a lot of support. He's probably gonna win again. Sucks to suck, but our Democratic candidates are not, again, they're
like,
not
even
good
in
enough.
2016, people were like, both of these people are
2016 was a fucked year. We're gonna lose no matter what. But
I know. But then Trump won, and it's already been 4 years. That was a quick 4 years, and we'll see what happens in these next 4.
I know. I don't know what to say really. It's just that a simple. I'm just gonna go as simple as this: like Biden wins, Trump wins after Biden gets the nomination, right? Bernie wins, Trump again wins, because that's what I genuinely believe. And if it doesn't happen, okay, whatever. I don't speak for the American people.
Yeah.
I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm not a hardcore liberal or radical liberal, whatever. So
yeah, I want to talk about go back to the coronavirus real quick. I watched this video, like a Vox video, and they explained like the whole thing pretty clearly on what they think caused this virus. And so they said that usually viruses like this come from animals, and it has to, like, what most people think is that it comes from bats, right?
Well, yes, yeah.
And then so there was this market in Wuhan. That's where they think that it originated in.
Yeah.
And they basically farm animals like bats. Like they
that's what happened. Okay,
Yeah.
so bat soup is essentially what happened. Like, I saw when it first came out, like the first ever case.
Yeah.
They immediately directed it to the bat soup. These motherfucking Chinese people, like, I'm Chinese, so I'm not racist.
But the thing they said, like, that only the wealthy people like eat them.
False.
Like,
that is false too.
That's false.
I highly doubt.
Because they said that only they could afford, like.
I do believe like certain animals, right? You can't get a hold of unless you got a little money. Like certain animals you're not supposed to eat. Like I'll take a fake example, for example, like a gorilla, right?
Yeah.
There's no way in hell you're eating a damn gorilla. But I bet you some fucking rich ass motherfucker, hey, here's $2 million. I want a damn gorilla, please. Right? You know, you never know. But bat doesn't sound like a delicacy to me. It sounds like a poor person's meal, a desperate person's meal, you know?
Yeah.
It sounds disgusting.
It does.
Right? Certain things just sound fucking awful and you'll never believe it, right? So again, bat is one of those things. And I'm not racist, but these Chinese people, you know, the eating dogs, eating stuff, it's real. It's as much as you want to, like, you know, like, hey man, look at that dog. It doesn't look tasty, Sam. I'm like, fuck you, bitch. Stop being like, I don't care if you make the joke, but like, it's true though, right? And it's sad. It's disgusting. People, they eat rats, you know?
Yeah, a lot of different animals. Like it showed in the video, like, they were farming animals. Like the government itself, like the Chinese government, funds different farmers to like grow or to basically farm animals. Yeah. And so that, because in the 1940s and stuff, they were in a famine, right? Like Mao Zedong, that's like historic stuff. Yeah. And so with that, they realized they have like this huge population that they need to feed. And so the government started funding these projects for animals to be farmed. And like, it's very unsanitary. Of
course.
Like,
damn right.
Different animal species on top of others. So like,
it's cross-contamination.
Yeah, like cross-contamination, just like a bunch of.
At the end of the day, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not exactly like saying Chinese people are disgusting. I'm saying certain Chinese people are disgusting. Because like
that one person that first got it had to have like touched another person. And like,
exactly. And they had to eat something that is not supposed to be eaten, right? But you could also say that like us Americans, you know, they eat squirrel, you know, they hunt squirrel, they hunt roadkill. You know, you have these damn hillbillies out here. You know, I could say the exact same. Every country has their certain type of food, which we regard as, or some normal people or people who are not part of their culture regard as absolutely fucking disgusting. Like goat brain, goat head, some lamb head. Some people love that probably, right? Duck. Some people hate duck, but I fucking love duck. Duck is amazing, right? Yeah. And the more expensive foie gras, like the duck fat, right? But again, eating bats, eating that dog, eating that shit. Fuck off, bitch. Like, that's disgusting. Like,
there's better food out there.
No. Like, I get it. They're probably like hungry, right? Yeah. But that's so low to eat that shit, man. It's gross.
Yeah. I mean,
there's people like that, you know, again, with the goat brain squirrels. I keep repeating it because we all have these fucking.
Like, my grandpa, he eats like goat brain and
Exactly.
Like that.
See, it's all normal in certain cultures. This is that why there's better things, but it's whatever. Hey, we have the
think it's like a delicacy.
Hey, we have the coronavirus thanks to it now. Like, nice. Good job, China.
Yep.
All right. Music, the Uzi, the Eternal Take. I want to shout out to my brother. I want to roast him a little bit. He thought it was the Eternal Ataki. Ataki. A-T, you know, a take, right? Yeah. He thought it was the Eternal Ataki. And then I asked my mom, I wrote it down. I was like, hey, what does that say, Mom? And then she's like, Ataki. Well, she said a take first, and then she said a talkie after. I was like, oh, you're just as stupid as my brother. Fucking, it was so dumb. But I don't know if a take is even spelled that way. But I just thought it was a good little joke, you know. Yeah. But the album, 8, 7 out of 10. Pretty good some good songs. I like when he sings rather than he raps, to be honest.
Yeah,
because he's that nice. He's a unique voice for him singing, you know.
Yeah.
But when he raps, he's
sounds
like
everybody else. Yeah.
There's a Little Pump song, right, where it's like D Rose, right?
Yeah.
And then in one of his songs, he's like Balenciaga, and repeats it like 20 times. And I'm like, what the fuck? Waited 2 years for this song, you know. Well, not that song specifically, but
the
album with that song. And it's kind of a disappointment.
How many songs?
I don't know, dude. I don't even think I listened to the full thing. I just listened like maybe 4 or 5 songs, and I just like, okay, I know one good song. It's obviously the Baby Pluto.
Yeah, right. That first song.
That was fire. That one's definitely a 10 out of 10.
That intro is like what got me. Like he builds up to it, like there's no beat, and then.
Yeah, I do like that. There was like a freestyle where he did in a story where he has the exact same flow. He's like slow and then starts building up and then he's quick.
He's good though. Like music, anything else?
That was probably the biggest thing for me. I was waiting for that. And then it came out in the morning.
Yeah.
And then little DJ Academics was like reviewing it on Twitch. And then people were like, stop sucking him off, man. You know, some of these songs are trash. Like, what are you doing rating it a fire out of fire? You know, like, you know, but.
Like, did you hear the Drake 2 singles? Like
no.
SoundCloud?
No, I didn't.
You didn't hear about it?
Was it like a official release or?
It's like
or is it a leak release?
It's like his release, but he only posted on SoundCloud.
Oh, really? I know. I didn't.
Like,
I don't listen to SoundCloud. Yeah.
Yeah. It was pretty good. He had like 2 songs. One was like more of like a freestyle.
Oh, I did listen to freestyle. He had a music video with
the music video.
Was that the one posted on SoundCloud?
But like on SoundCloud, both the songs, like you know how it switches?
Yeah.
Like the beat, like that. Those are 2 separate songs.
Okay.
And so like that first song is like he has another verse, and even on the second song he has another verse to it.
Okay.
But yeah, the YouTube video.
Yeah,
he basically
I saw
like
that.
Cut it in half. Like he only does 1 verse of each song.
Okay.
But yeah, it's pretty good. I'm excited for the album. And
yeah, hopefully it's
well,
he I don't think he's always had a banger album. You know, something that people play on the radio 24/7. So
I mean, he just expected like it. I don't know how he deals with like that much expectation. Like
because he obviously he doesn't do it himself, right? So I think he's confident in his team, you know.
Yeah, he's had like the same producers, or, like the engineers.
I think he'll do it again, you know. Hopefully.
Yeah, good. Did you hear about the UFC 249?
Nope, I didn't watch.
Khabib Ferguson. It's like in April.
Oh, it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, it hasn't happened. So
what happened? Like, Khabib, I didn't catch up.
I didn't like watch the whole like press conference and stuff, but like there was a press conference. And like Khabib, like and Ferguson was on the other side, and Khabib was on this side, and then they were both like trash talking each other. Dana White was in the middle, and like Khabib had his belt right here, and then Ferguson had his belt like on the ground, like just showing it like to the press so they could take pictures and stuff. And then Khabib just like kicked the belt like off the stage. And they're like started like they almost got into a fight.
What? Of course they. What the fuck? That's hella disrespect.
Yeah, But I'm excited for this.
That's all. I bet you that's all for that.
Yeah, they get more money just to like.
Dana's like, hey, you see that on the ground? Khabib's like, yeah, Woody's dead. It's his belt. Oh, I'm gonna kick it. And then, fuck it. Hey, at the end of the day, there are grudges, but I should probably watch that. That sounds interesting as fuck.
Yeah, UFC 249. I think April 20th or something.
Nice. Like and then you obviously watched the Bucks versus Lakers game.
Yeah.
And then I enjoyed the Heat versus the Pelicans game.
That was before that game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was like a close game too.
Exactly.
Yeah. Good sports this time of year,
Damn right.
And March Madness. Forgot to talk about that. Like March Madness is coming up.
Yeah.
I haven't been like really paying attention to college basketball this year. Like
neither am I. So when I make my bracket, it's literally gonna be guesses.
Yeah.
Like I bet you I'm gonna Google what are their stats and then say, all right, this team's gonna win, this team's gonna win, this team's gonna win. No.
Yeah. Like last year I was like heavily like into Duke because of Zion.
Yeah.
I was just like watching
and then
him.
The upset right away,
And so you never know with college basketball. Since it's only like one game, anything can happen, especially like in the first round. Of
course.
When it's like the 16th seed to
like
the first seed.
Like UC Irvine made it out of the first round.
Yeah.
People were like, what the hell? Like, I was stupid. I remember that so clearly. Like, that was actually kind of crazy.
Yeah. Time to download the NCAA app and watch games in class.
Oh, talking about class, I got 4 midterms next week. Fuck that shit.
Yeah. I mean...
Or this week, actually, when this comes out.
This coming week. That's going to be...
I'm ready. Got to study all night, all day.
Well,
all right, I think that's it for this episode. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you guys for listening and watching, and we'll talk to you guys later. Peace.